A 71-year-old patient sat in front of me with his eyes on the floor and said something that cut me deeply inside. Doctor, I've already accepted it. It doesn't work anymore. I've tried medication, I've tried tea, I've tried everything that appeared on the internet. My wife says she doesn't mind, but I know she misses it. And I miss it too. He had given up. He had convinced himself that a firm erection was a thing of his past, that his body had given the final warning. When I explained what he was going to do, he looked at me suspiciously. Doctor, is that all? Just add this to the coffee? 21 days later, he called me. His voice was different, trembling, but not from sadness, from emotion. Doctor, my wife cried this morning. She cried with joy. She said her man is back. I know it sounds exaggerated like an internet story, but what I'm going to teach you in this video isn't fantasy. It's a combination of natural ingredients with scientific backing that together target the 4 main causes of erectile dysfunction after age 60. It's not one ingredient, it's 4. And when combined in the coffee you already drink every morning, they create something extraordinary. My name is Dr. Fernanda Arruda. I'm a urologist with over 15 years dedicated to men's health here in Brazil. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to give you the complete recipe, the studies that prove it, the 21-day protocol, and everything you need to start tomorrow morning. Tell me in the comments. Have you tried everything and nothing worked? Maybe what was missing was in your kitchen all along. Before I give you the ingredients, I need you to understand why erections weaken with age. Because if you don't understand the cause, you won't believe in the solution. And I want you to believe because science is on your side. Most men think it's just one problem, lack of hormones or a mental issue or simply age. But the truth is, it's not one problem. It's 4, and they work together to silently destroy your erection over the years. The first factor is hardened blood vessels. The arteries that carry blood to the penis become rigid and narrow over time. Less blood arrives, less blood enters the corpora cavernosa, and the erection becomes weak, flaccid, or simply doesn't happen. The second factor is the drop in nitric oxide production. This is the substance that tells the vessels to open. At 30 years old, your body produced nitric oxide in abundance. At 65, production may have dropped by half. Without enough nitric oxide, the vessels don't dilate and the blood doesn't flow. The third factor is chronic inflammation. High blood sugar, abdominal fat, sedentary lifestyle, and poor diet create a constant state of inflammation in the body. This inflammation damages the vessel walls from the inside, making everything even worse. The fourth factor is declining testosterone. Without enough testosterone, there's a lack of desire, lack of energy, lack of that impulse that starts in the brain and ignites the whole system. 4 problems working together. The good news, all are reversible, and the recipe I'm going to teach you attacks all 4 at the same time. If you identify with at least 2 of these factors, comment below. I bet most will identify with all of them. Hey everyone, just a quick minute. I need to leave a short message for you before continuing. I've received many messages from channel subscribers asking for more complete material, something you can consult at home at your own pace with everything organized and explained simply. Messages from men saying they felt tired, without energy, with libido way down, without knowing where to start to really change this. And thinking exactly of you, I prepared with great care an ebook with everything you need to know to recover vitality, improve energy, and feel good again, in a practical and evidence-based way. It's the kind of material I wish every patient of mine had on hand. To access it, just click the link in the first pinned comment below or in the video description. It's really easy to find. I'm thrilled to be able to help you beyond the channel here. Okay, message delivered. Now let's get back to the video. Now let's talk about what you already do every morning and what can become the foundation of your recovery. Coffee. But not just any coffee and not the way most people drink it. Studies published in high impact medical journals show that men who drink coffee regularly have a lower incidence of erectile dysfunction. Caffeine is a natural vasodilator. It relaxes the vessels, improves blood flow, and stimulates the central nervous system, including the response to sexual stimuli. This is published science, not opinion. But here's the problem: 90% of men sabotage all this power without realizing it. How? By adding sugar, adding milk, adding artificial sweeteners. Each of these additions compromises the benefits of coffee in a different way. Sugar causes insulin spikes that damage the blood vessels from the inside, exactly the vessels you need healthy for an erection. Milk contains casein, a protein that binds to the antioxidants in coffee and drastically reduces their absorption. You're drinking coffee thinking you're getting all the benefits, but the milk is stealing the best part. And artificial sweeteners alter the gut flora and can increase systemic inflammation. So the first rule is this: pure coffee, strong, without sugar, without milk, without sweeteners. If you can't drink it bitter, don't worry. The ingredients I'm going to add will give it flavor, creaminess, and make this cup the tastiest and most powerful you've ever had. Pure coffee is the base, but alone it doesn't solve the problem. It opens the door. The next 4 ingredients are what will go through it and transform everything. If you've always drunk coffee with sugar and milk, comment below. After this video, you'll never want to drink it the old way again. The first ingredient you're going to add to your coffee is something the Inca warriors used before battles for more strength, more endurance, and more virility. And modern science has confirmed they were right. I'm talking about Peruvian Maca powder. Peruvian Maca is a root that grows in the Andes at over 4,000 meters altitude in extreme conditions. And because it survives in this hostile environment, it concentrates an absurd amount of nutrients and bioactive compounds. When you consume it, these compounds work directly on the systems that control your erection. The first effect of maca is increasing nitric oxide production. Remember I said this substance is the key to opening the vessels and letting blood flow to the penis? Maca directly stimulates this production. More nitric oxide, more open vessels, more blood arriving, firmer erection. The second effect is increasing libido. Maca is classified as an adaptogen, a substance that helps the body balance itself. Studies published in the journal Andrologia showed that men who consumed maca daily for 8 weeks reported a significant increase in sexual desire. It's not placebo, it's a measurable effect. The third effect is increasing energy and vitality. Maca improves physical endurance and reduces the feeling of fatigue. For a man over 60 who feels tired all the time, this effect alone is worth it. And best of all, maca has no significant documented side effects at recommended doses. It's a food, not a medicine. You can find it in powder form at any natural product store or online. 1 teaspoon of Peruvian maca in the coffee. That's the first step. If you've never heard of Peruvian maca, comment below. This ingredient is going to become your new best friend. The second ingredient is something you probably already have in your kitchen cabinet, but not just any type. It has to be the right kind. I'm talking about Ceylon cinnamon, and what it does for your blood vessels is simply extraordinary. Ceylon cinnamon, also called true cinnamon, is different from cassia, cinnamon that most people buy at the supermarket. Cassia contains high levels of coumarin, a substance that in excess can harm the liver. Ceylon cinnamon has minimal levels of coumarin and can be consumed daily safely. Look for the label saying Ceylon cinnamon or cinnamomum verum. Now let's get to what matters. Why is cinnamon so important for your erection? For 3 powerful reasons. First reason, cinnamon is a potent natural anti-inflammatory. Remember the third factor that destroys erection? Chronic inflammation that damages vessels from the inside. Cinnamon directly combats this inflammation. Studies published in the Journal of Medicinal Food show that cinnamon compounds significantly reduce inflammatory markers in the blood. Second reason, cinnamon regulates blood sugar levels. High sugar is one of the biggest enemies of erection because it destroys the endothelium, the inner layer of the vessels. Cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity and helps keep glucose stable. For diabetic or pre-diabetic men, this is especially valuable. Third reason, cinnamon directly improves blood circulation. It helps vessels relax and conduct blood more efficiently. Clean, de-inflamed, and relaxed vessels mean blood flowing with pressure where it needs to go. Half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon in the coffee. That's the second ingredient. If you didn't know there were 2 types of cinnamon, comment below. This difference is crucial and almost no one talks about it. The third ingredient is what I consider the most powerful of all when it comes to men's sexual health. And when you understand what it does in your body, you'll want to use it every day for the rest of your life. I'm talking about pure cocoa powder, 100% cocoa. Without sugar, without milk, without mixes. Cocoa is one of the most studied substances in the world when it comes to vascular and sexual health, and the results are impressive. First and foremost, cocoa is the greatest natural source of flavonoids that exists. These flavonoids directly stimulate nitric oxide production in the body. Remember, maca already increases nitric oxide? Cocoa potentiates this effect together. They create a duo that bombards the vessels with the substance that opens them. It's the same mechanism as Viagra, but in a natural and constant way. Second, cocoa contains compounds that help maintain testosterone levels. It's rich in zinc and magnesium, 2 essential minerals for testosterone production. Additionally, cocoa's antioxidants protect the Leydig cells in the testicles, which are the body's testosterone factories in men. Protecting these factories means more consistent production. Third, cocoa releases phenylethylamine and theobromine, 2 substances that improve mood, increase the feeling of well-being, and stimulate desire. That's why chocolate is associated with romance. But here we're talking about pure cocoa, without the sugar that sabotages everything. Fourth, cocoa's flavonoids protect the vascular endothelium against oxidative damage. This means that besides opening the vessels now, cocoa protects them long term. It's an immediate and preventive effect at the same time. 1 tablespoon of pure cocoa in the coffee. That's the third ingredient. Combined with maca and cinnamon, you already have 3 simultaneous fronts of attack. If the power of cocoa surprised you, comment below. But hold on, there's still the ingredient that ties it all together. Now comes the fourth and final ingredient, the one that ties everything together, potentiates the absorption of the other 3, and adds its own benefits to your sexual health. I'm talking about extra virgin coconut oil. I know it might seem strange to put oil in coffee, but when you understand the science behind it, it will make complete sense, and I guarantee the taste will surprise you positively. Coconut oil is mainly composed of medium-chain fatty acids, especially lauric acid. These fatty acids are processed by the body differently from other fats. They go straight to the liver and are converted into quick, clean energy. They're not stored as fat, they're burned as fuel. But why does this matter for erection? For 3 fundamental reasons. First reason, coconut fat dramatically improves the absorption of the other ingredients. The flavonoids from cocoa, the compounds from maca, and the essential oils from cinnamon are fat soluble. That means they're absorbed much better in the presence of fat. Without coconut oil, you might be losing up to half the benefits of the other ingredients. With it, everything is maximized. Second reason, coconut's healthy fats are raw material for the production of sex hormones, including testosterone. Your body needs good fat to manufacture hormones. When you cut all fat from your diet, hormone production plummets. Coconut oil provides exactly the type of fat the hormonal system needs. Third reason, coconut oil has its own anti-inflammatory properties. Lauric acid fights inflammation throughout the body, including in the blood vessels. Another front of attack against the third factor that destroys erection. And there's a bonus. Coconut oil gives the coffee an incredible creaminess. It transforms that bitter cup into a rich, full-bodied, and flavorful drink. Many of my patients say it's the best coffee they've ever had in their lives. 1 dessert spoon of extra virgin coconut oil. That's the fourth and final ingredient. If you've never tried coconut oil in coffee, comment below. After you try it, you won't want to drink it any other way. It's time to put it all together. Grab paper and pen, save this video, take a screenshot, because now I'm going to give you the complete recipe with exact proportions and the step-by-step preparation. The ingredients: 1 cup of hot brewed coffee the way you already make it every day. Pure, without sugar, without milk, without sweeteners. 1 teaspoon of Peruvian Maca powder. Half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder. 1 tablespoon of pure cocoa powder, 100% cocoa. 1 dessert spoon of extra virgin coconut oil. The preparation: make the coffee normally. While it's still very hot, add the coconut oil and stir until it melts completely. Then add the Peruvian maca, the cocoa powder, and the cinnamon. Stir everything vigorously with a spoon, or better yet, blend in a blender for 15 seconds. This creates a creamy, uniform, and much tastier texture. It's ready. The best time to drink it is in the morning with breakfast or right after, preferably with some food. This is because maca and cocoa are better absorbed with food in the stomach. Plus, the caffeine and coconut energy will give you vitality for the whole day. Drink it every day without skipping. That's the most important point of all. The ingredients work cumulatively. Each day you drink it, the effect builds up. The vessels become healthier. Nitric oxide production increases. Testosterone stabilizes. Skipping days interrupts this process. 1 single cup per day, 4 natural ingredients, less than 3 minutes to prepare. And the potential to transform your sex life in 21 days. Tell me in the comments if you noted everything down. And if you have any doubt about a proportion, ask below and I'll answer. Now I'm going to prepare you for what will happen in your body over the next 21 days. Because when you know what to expect, you won't give up midway. And most men who give up do so too early, just when the body was about to respond. Week 1 is the activation phase. In the first 7 days, the changes are subtle but real. You'll notice a gradual increase in energy and vitality. Maca and coconut start providing clean fuel to the body. Your mood may improve slightly. Some men report sleeping a bit better. Erections probably haven't changed much yet. Don't get frustrated, the body is preparing from the inside. The vessels are starting to receive the flavonoids. Nitric oxide is being stimulated. The foundation is being built. Week 2 is the awakening phase. This is where things start to get interesting. Between the 8th and 14th day, many men report that morning erections return. First timid, then firmer, more consistent. Libido starts to stir. That interest that seemed extinguished shows the first signs of life. Energy during the day increases noticeably. You feel more willing, more alert, more present. Circulation improves, and you may notice less heavy legs and warmer hands. The body's waking up. Week 3 is the harvest phase. This is where patients call me emotional. Between the 15th and 21st day, erections become significantly firmer and more reliable. The response to stimulation is faster. Desire is more present in daily life. Confidence sets in. That performance anxiety that sabotaged everything starts to lose strength because the body is responding again. But I need to be honest, results vary from man to man. Some notice changes faster, others need more time. Age, overall health, medications in use, everything influences. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Compare to yourself 21 days ago. And most importantly, after the 21 days, don't stop, continue. The benefits accumulate week after week, month after month. Turn this into a permanent habit. Tell me in the comments, are you ready to start the 21 days? Type, I'll start tomorrow if you're decided. I want to see your determination below. Before wrapping up, I need to look you in the eyes through this screen and tell you something I consider the most important truth in this entire video. Your erection hasn't gone away. It hasn't disappeared. It hasn't died. It's waiting for the right conditions to return. Like a plant that looks dry on the outside but still has living roots inside. You just need to water it with the right nutrients, the right care, the right patience, and it comes back. I've seen this happen hundreds of times in my office. Men aged 65, 70, 75 who thought it was over, who had resigned themselves, who saw their sex life as a closed chapter, and with simple, consistent, natural changes, saw that chapter open again. That 71-year-old patient I mentioned at the beginning in the last consultation told me something I keep in my heart. Doctor, I didn't just recover my erection, I recovered my dignity. My wife looks at me differently. I look at myself differently. I feel like a man again. That has no price. No pill in the world gives that feeling. Because it's not just about erection, it's about feeling alive. It's about feeling capable. It's about looking in the mirror and recognizing the man you've always been. 1 cup of coffee a day. 4 ingredients, 21 days. That's the key that was missing. Use it with consistency, patience, and respect for your body. And don't forget that this recipe works much better when accompanied by good habits. Walking, water, quality sleep. The coffee opens the door, but it's the whole set that transforms. So if this video made sense to you, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications. Every week, I bring content designed exclusively for men who want to live every phase of life with health, strength, and dignity. Share this video with that friend who drinks coffee every morning without knowing the potential he's wasting. This recipe could change his life like it changed the lives of so many of my patients. And tell me in the comments after 21 days how you're feeling. I want to celebrate with you. I read every message and respond whenever I can. A hug from Dr. Fernanda, and see you in the next video. Take care. The best of your life might be in a cup of coffee tomorrow morning. M.